guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I did a look using my new Chanel No. 1 skincare and a couple of the products. I was really into this line. I just kind of read a lot about it and it just sounded so pretty that I had to do it. It's the first time that they've ever introduced Chanel into Ulta, so I'm happy to see that. So yeah, a lot more people can experience this, but I just thought I would give you like a little insight of what it does. I really wanted to give you a little bit more information, but my QR code wasn't working, so I just had to kind of go off some notes that I wrote about it. But yeah, I think it's a really beautiful finish on the foundation. The skincare feels amazing. My skin feels super hydrated. So yeah, hopefully you guys like this video. If you want to see how I got this look, please keep watching. Okay guys, so I'm going to start out with my skincare. I usually obviously do that part off camera, but because of the title, I'm using the new No. 1 collection. The first thing I did though is I have the Chanel, like the Hydra Beauty lip balm, so I put a little bit of that on because I want my skin to be nice and nourished while I'm doing this. The next thing I did, I've already like toned my skin, so the next thing I'm going to do is put the Hydra Beauty facial mist. This is a previous collection. This new No. 1 collection also comes with a facial mist, which I want to get, but they didn't have it available, so I will wait for that one. But I'm just going to put this on just so my skin's nice and hydrated. And then I'm going to take my Vichy, kind of like a Hydra Boost, which just gives the skin a little bit of a moisture boost. At night I use a hyaluronic acid for this step, but for the daytime I just love this one. So my skin's nice and hydrated. Okay, so now I'm gonna do the eye cream. And I'm really upset because I actually had this planned out because I was gonna show you guys that the packaging for all of these products have a QR code on there that you can scan, and then you can get all kinds of information on the product. For whatever reason, my QR code's not working, but it does work because I already checked it out before. And I did write down some little notes for when I did this, but then I thought, hey, I will just go on with the QR code, but now it's not working, so I'm just gonna kind of go off some notes that I have. We're gonna start with the No. 1 eye cream. I'm just gonna take a little bit of my finger, smooth it onto both my ring fingers, and just kind of smooth it around my eye. So I'm going to go around the bone of the eye and kind of lightly up into the actual part where, like, you know, like you have like little fine lines up here, and obviously around the outside. And at the very end, I'm just gonna put what's left just on my lid. You don't wanna put too much on your lid and saturate it because then all your makeup and everything's gonna slip. But definitely you want it to be hydrated. Okay, so for the main ingredient for this particular line is the Red Camellia. And what I did read about it, let me see if I can pull up my little notes here, so forgive me for looking at my notes. But it is created by the camellia flower, which, if you guys are familiar with Chanel, the camellia flower is actually very iconic to the house of Chanel. It's the flower that her love of her life gave her, and she used the camellia flower to accent her wardrobe, like on like it's a lapel or like on her belt, to give femininity to her wardrobe. So that's how the camellia flower became part of the house of Chanel. However, this particular flower, they actually, what do they say? What did I read? What they've done is actually cultivated all these camellia flowers, like 70 different species of the camellia flower, and one of them is the Red Camellia, and this one they found blooms only in the winter, which is obviously rough times. Like a lot of flowers will die in the winter. This one blooms, so that gives the longevity of its life. So they kind of extracted its ingredients and created this thing in a long story. I'm not no physicist or anything like that. I just kind of read up about it just so I can just say why someone like me who doesn't need this line, because I'm kind of past this. This is more like not firming and lifting and stuff like that, which is what I need. I want a product like this that actually claims to work on 5 signs of aging: visible lines, pores, elasticity, radiance, and comfort to the skin. So obviously I need a little bit more than that. I definitely need firming and lifting, but I definitely could use this underneath my makeup, like during the day, and it's gonna give like radiance and all that kind of stuff, which I want. So that's why I was like super excited to try this out. So moving on, I'm going to go to the serum. This one houses most of the potency of the extract, the oil, and the water, so from the camellia. So this is something you definitely want. And I love the packaging on this one. Watch this. You twist it, and then you turn it up, and this becomes the little pump. It's so cool. So I'm just gonna pump out just a little bit onto my skin, smooth it between my fingers, and then just smooth this all over. I'm also gonna bring it up onto my neck as well. And then I'm going to use the cream. Now the cream is such a beautiful packaging as well, and it does have this little insert in here that you can go ahead and just buy the insert refills. You don't have to get the whole packaging again. I kind of want this packaging around my house. I could use it for like little storage. If you could just take that little part out, you could just use the little cute thing as a little storage container, but it's supposed to be like environmentally friendly where they're doing that. And because I just said that, it reminded me 95% of the ingredients in here are naturally derived. Chanel is trying to go eco-friendly and, you know, just really sustainable. So I think that's amazing. So let's go into the cream. So I'm gonna definitely scoop out enough on here because I like to not only do my face, but I do my neck as well. I use a neck cream. I actually have 2 different neck creams, and then I also bought a neck sculpting wand. I don't know if you guys have seen that on TikTok from Christy Brinkley, kind of promotes it. I always get sucked into gadgets, so I did get one of those because I definitely notice the signs of aging around my neck. So I definitely need that help right there. So I've been using an actual neck cream, but during the day, I definitely put my face cream down on my neck and on my décolleté. So I'm gonna do that. Okay, so that's all the skincare products. Again, I told you there is a mist, and then there's also there's actually a couple different products. There's like a lotion, but I need the cream, so I didn't get that. Like I said, there's the cleanser. I definitely want to get that. The next thing I'm gonna do is just do my eyebrows off camera. In my last video, I already did my brows, so I won't do my brows on camera, but I will come right back after I do that. So the brows are on now, and now I'm gonna go ahead and move on to my eyes first. Just got one product that I'm gonna use from Chanel because I just want a really light eye today because this collection, the makeup and stuff, is more like, I don't want to say sheer, but it's meant to be more radiant, not just full coverage. So I don't want to do a full look. I did this on my live yesterday, and I really liked the turnout, so I'm just going to do the same look. So I'm going to use a Chanel bronzer in my eye just as like a contour, because I'm not going to do a lot of eye color. So I'm going to take my Chanel Soleil de Tan. This one is actually the older color. It's a cream bronzer, and they actually have a new color out, which I can't wait to try. This is still almost full. I haven't used it for so long, so I'm not going to go buy the new one. I'm just going to kind of wait till this one's done. But I'm just kind of going in my crease as like a contour, just to kind of give my little eyes a little bit more definition in the crease. I'm going to bring it down a little bit with my sponge, just the edges. Okay, so I am going to have to put some shadow there because I don't want to do all cream products in my eyes because it will just definitely slip around. I'm going to take this neutral brown from MAC. It's called Uninterrupted. You could definitely use your bronzer. But sometimes I just kind of, if I'm doing a look like this, I just want to go through all my old products that I had because they're just kind of rotting away in my stash. I remember I used to wear this all the time. I'm just going to go right over that. Just going to bring that through my crease, just right over that. I'm going to take a little translucent powder and just kind of soften that top edge right there. So the product that I'm going to use from Chanel, this is the Convoitisse number 90. It's a cream eyeshadow. It's kind of like a little goldy color. And I'm just going to obviously place that right all over my lid. I'm going to curl my lashes really quick. Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of Scotch tape, and I'm going to put it on the back of my hand to get all the stickiness off, and just go on the side. And the reason I'm doing this, I'm not doing a smoky eye or anything, but I'm going to do a linered look where I don't have to be as precise. This is not about the eye look. This is literally just about the skincare and the makeup for the face. So I just want to get my eyes kind of on there really quick. So I don't want to, when I'm doing a liquid liner, I kind of sometimes have to take a little bit more time. So I'm going to use a liquid liner and then just blend it out. So that's why the tape makes it a little easier. First, I'm going to take my Charlotte Tilbury Rock and Kohl Bedroom Black liner and just go right underneath the waterline, just to kind of darken up my waterline. Since there's not a lot of shadow, I want more definition around the lash line, since that's kind of what the look's going to be, more just about eyeliner. Okay. So I'm going to take the Makeup by Mario eyeliner. It's so funny because I've always said Mario Davidovich. Well, I'm sure you guys all know who Michaela is on TikTok. And it's so funny because she's actually met him and she worked with him, and she was doing something with his products and she's like, yes, it's Mario. She's like, I met him, he told me his name is Mario. So it's so funny because whenever she's saying Mario, I'd be like, oh my god, why does she say Mario? You know, because I thought she was just saying it wrong, you know, like tomato. And but so I thought she just said Mario, and she's like, his name is Mario. And so I was like, oh my god. So that was the first time that I say makeup by Mario. So it's just so funny I had to say that. But anyways, I'm gonna use his liner and I'm going to line it. And this one I don't have to be as careful because I'm going to go a little bit. I think I'm still in frame. I'm looking at my monitor, but I have to go closer to see this. But I'm going to just line, and I don't even have to like be careful. Like I could just swipe it up because that tape's right there. So I'm going to do this side. When you don't have the tape, you obviously have to be pretty careful. So I just did that. Okay. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm just going to take a little bit of shadow, a little darker brown. I'm going to use this NARS Coconut Grove. It's a really nice dark brown, so it's not black. I'm taking a little small brush. This is the Morphe E36, and I'm just going to smudge that line right there, right on the top of it. So it's just not like a wing liner, and it'll also last longer when you smudge it out. I'm actually combining two different lives that I did because I did this look on one of them and I just did a regular winged liner on the other one. But I definitely like this look better when it's smudged out. I'm not a huge like winged liner person unless I'm wearing like red lips. I love like winged liner, like really not a lot of shadow with winged liner with a red lip. But obviously I only wear red during the holidays, so I'm not going to be doing that today. So I'm just winging that out like that. And then I'm going to take that same color that I just used, that uninterrupted that I used in my crease, and I'm going to go over that top of that. So speaking of, so I keep saying lives. I've done 3 live TikToks now, so hopefully you guys will, who follow me here, can follow me on TikTok. I've been trying to do lives now. I just started this past week, and I'm going to be doing them pretty much when I get ready for work, because I was like, maybe I don't have a lot of time to do TikToks anymore. I mean, during quarantine, I was busting out like 5 a day, but I don't really have time. I'm so tired on my days off. Like, that's why I only have time to do these videos on my days off, but I just was doing so many TikToks in one day, and then I go down to like one every couple weeks, and it's like, that's not enough. So I'm like, hey, wait a minute, I should start doing lives. I get ready every morning. I mean, granted, I only do the top of my face, but still, it's fun to interact. So hopefully you guys will join me over there at BabyRoach33 on TikTok. And that being said, if you don't follow me on here, please follow. Okay, I'm gonna take this off, and it comes right off because of all the stickiness off. So there's that. Obviously this kind of look, you kind of have to have lashes. It looks really weird if you don't, so I am going to put some lashes on. I'm gonna go pop on my lashes really quick and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is with the lashes on. Okay, so now the eyes are pretty much done except for the bottom, but we do that after concealer. So now I'm gonna move on to the foundation, and this is all part of that same collection, the #1 collection. I use the B30 is my color. This one does have a pop top. I'm only gonna use a few pumps in there. I'll start out with 3, see how that works. Sorry, I do wanna put a primer on first. I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Hydrating Primer, just because I don't wanna use a Radiance primer because I want to pretty much see how the actual makeup works on the skin, as opposed to sometimes I put like a glowy highlighting primer underneath and then it changes the look of the makeup. So I wanna get like a true look of this makeup. Okay, and this one feels so good. So now I'm gonna take my brush and just kind of start stippling this makeup over. I picked out the perfect color because I actually used the I use a few different ones from Chanel that have been the B30. So I'm gonna take my sponge and just kind of, but as you can see, it's not like a full coverage because you can still see all my discoloration through there, but that's okay. I can just put a little concealer right over like that dark spot right there, but the look of it is so pretty. It's really like, so like hydrating, and which I need for my kind of skin. Make sure you get your ears. So all in all, I think it's a really pretty foundation. It's, like I said, if you're looking for full coverage, this is not the one for you. But if you're looking for that just really lightweight, very pretty, dewy look, here you go. I'm gonna use a concealer that's more my skin kind of tone. This is the Too Faced Born This Way in Shortbread. I'm gonna go right over that little dark spot right there. So it's not like brightening. This is actually more my skin tone. It actually has a lot of yellow in it, so it's better. It'll blend right out. So yeah, I still have some on my tray, but I'm gonna wait till I put my bronzer on because I might need to like use that to kind of blend that out. So I'm gonna go ahead and just really quickly put a little bit of my concealer. This is that same Born This Way. A little bit just more of like a concealer, not the brightener one. Get rid of those darkness in here. You guys notice my big beauty blender. This is a face and body one, but I just like this big one. It's just so nice. It's from Real Techniques. I just saw it and I'm like, I'm gonna try that. I mean, I've seen it and I've wanted to try it, but I do like it. It just kind of gets everything real quick. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is contour this face. I'm going to use again the Chanel Soleil Tan. I'm going to take a smaller little brush. This is Real Techniques, just to kind of get in here as my contour. And I'm going to buff it out with a little bit bigger of a brush. But this is going to place it where I want it. Okay, a little bit on my chin. So I'm going to take my little Luxie brush and just kind of do my nose. And the next thing I'm going to do is blend that out really quick. This is an e.l.f. brush. It just has like real stiff bristles. Just kind of buff that out. So going back to talking about my lives, I'm going to be doing them a little bit more frequently. Because my schedule is changing from, we've only been open till 6 o'clock at my store, and we're now going to start staying open till 8, which means 2 days a week I'm going to not have to go in till later. So I'll be getting ready around 9 o'clock instead of having to get ready at 7. So I could do 9 o'clock lives. So hopefully I can have you guys follow me over there. 7 o'clock is really kind of a lot to ask someone to wake up in the morning to watch. So now I'm going to add my brightening concealer. I'm going to just go back with the same concealer I used under my brows, which is the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Put a little bit on my nose. And then I'll just blend that as well. Looks really bright, right guys? It is, but I'm going to tone it down with my bronzer, don't worry. So what I'm gonna do is take my brush that had the bronzer on there, just kind of bring it up here because it kind of covered it up. Okay, so the next thing I want to do is add some powder to set that really quick. This step never changes. I always use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Powder to set under the actual eye before I actually use like a baking powder, because I just love, this is so finely milled. It doesn't settle in my lines and it just feels so smooth. I just love it to set my concealer under my eyes. So now I'll go ahead and put some powder, like some baking powder. I'm gonna take my, today I'll use the Hourglass Veil, so I don't have a Chanel powder, translucent powder at least, because I do have a powder, but I'll use that after. I don't have a translucent powder. So what I'm going to do now is just go ahead and go under my eyes really quick before I wipe this bake away. I'm going to go under my eyes. I'm going to go back with that little Coconut Grove from NARS and just go underneath my eye really close to the lash line. I'm not going all the way in, I'm just going to like the pupil area, but then I'm going to go back with that Uninterrupted from MAC and then go the whole way. I'm not sure if I'm like, I literally changed my camera angle because last video I did, you could see my TV through the mirror, and for whatever reason football was on there. I wasn't watching football because my Patriots are my team and they weren't in it at that time, so I wasn't watching football. I guess it just kind of changed and I didn't realize it, so when I went to go edit my video I saw the football game in the back and I was like, oh shit, I better change my... So this is a different angle. I think it's a little closer, so I think maybe it's a little better. I don't know. You guys let me know if you like it like this better. The next thing I'm going to do is take a white eyeliner. I'll go ahead and use my one that I got. It's from Urban Decay. It's that one from Prince. It's called When Doves Cry. Go white right in my waterline. Okay. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and take off my bake. I think I've told you multiple times I use different like kind of illuminating powders for this step. I'm going to use the ambient lighting powders, just 3 of the ambient lighting powders, just kind of dust away that bake. And then so get rid of that. And then I'm going to add my bronzer. Now I don't actually have a bronzer from Chanel, but I do have a darker powder. This one's, oh, this is the 40. That's not the one I use. That's actually more my color. Okay, this is the number 70. This is the one I need. And I'm going to take my bronzing brush. It's a lot darker than my skin. It's a number 70. And we'll just warm up the skin. I'm gonna take that same bronzer and just kind of use it down my nose as well. I'm gonna take a little bit more of my powder just on the side just to make sure that's blended. I'm gonna get my little smaller brush, just buff that out. did forget to do a step. I usually do my cream products all together, but it's okay. I'm still gonna do it. I wanted to do the new cream, the new little cream lip and cheek that I got. This one is called Wake Up Pink. It's a little bit more of a corally pink, which I don't hate. I love coral and I love pink, so two of them together is great. But this is a corally blush. I'm just gonna dab a little bit on here, a little bit here, a little bit on my nose. And then I'm gonna put a little bit on my lips. And I'm gonna wipe down a little bit off my brush and just start like blending that in. I usually like to do all my creams first, but I really want this pigment to stay too, so it doesn't matter. I also have a cream highlighter that I'm gonna use. And this is also from Chanel, and this is called Sculpting. I'm just gonna take that same brush, go right into there, and just go right above that. Okay. I'm gonna take this little and pounce it a little bit on there. I only have one like kind of pinky blush from Chanel, and this is called Pink Explosion. Super pretty. And we'll go right over that cream. I don't usually have music while I'm doing my videos. I usually edit music in there at the end, but since I've been doing my lives and I always have my little playlist on there, I just felt like keeping it on today. Hopefully YouTube doesn't knock it. But anyways, let's go over here and just kind of take that down a little bit with this brush, blend everything together. Then I have a little bit of a highlighter, which this is called Ivory Gold. It's a highlighting powder from Chanel. Go right over that. Alexa, skip. I'm gonna take my jumbo pencil and milk and go right on the inner corner of my eye, and also bring down the center of my nose. And then I'll go back over with that highlighter right there. And then I will use the same highlighter on the inner corner just to kind of hold on to that little brightness. Now I'll take my clips out. One last step, I have the 804 gloss from Chanel. It's like a light baby pink. I've been loving the push-up lashes from Charlotte Tilbury. My bottom mascara really quick. I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I basically wanted to take out my Invisalign and also just kind of put a little curl through my bangs. So anyways, after looking at it kind of up close, I really love the look of this. It's so dewy and hydrating, and it's kind of what I wanted from this line. Very radiant. The foundation is not full coverage, but it definitely gives a nice dewy, beautiful glow to the skin. So I really like it. It's a really pretty date night look that we did today. Definitely recommend these products. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and head over to TikTok and follow me over there at babyroach33. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.